Hello, and welcome back to Guild Wars with Kirikatsu. We're back with the wars, I guess. So yeah, we're in the new zone, which is, like, really hard and dangerous. And also, I think our inventory might be, kind of out of control. And I should have done this before I started recording, but that's okay. Sell some stuff. Press that. Get some laurels. Nah, no new helmet. Yeah, this is all stuff that we need to bank for, mostly. Maybe like 1 or 2 slots there are freeable. But anyway, here we are in this new area. It's pretty cool looking. Hall-Runting Plains. I don't remember exactly what we did. Last I remember, we helped with like some festival right outside here. The fireworks launch. We did that. Whoops. We're also using a rifle now instead of a hammer, as of last episode. And so we're on our way to discover Butcher's Yard. It wants me to go back this way. But yeah, this area apparently is really hard. But we should be in an area that's closer to our level at this point compared to where we spawned in at the very, very beginning. Oh, there's like a Royal Rumble going on. What's that about? GTA 5 for PC came out last week. Was it last week or the week before? One of them. Yeah, that's the week before. I think. My memory is really terrible. Everything just blends together. Ooh, look at that guy. Pretty ugly. It's like Narnia over here. Anyway, been playing that. Not done a lot of anything else, really.
Welcome to Diessa Plateau.
My computer's barely good enough to run it at all, really. Well, I mean, that's not true. I can run it at like 30 FPS at my native resolution and all the baseline graphics, which obviously is not great. I need to upgrade my computer. My computer is really old. I got it in 2012. Bought all the parts. All the parts were like sort of above average, mid-range parts. Then, so that was 4 years ago, so imagine how out of touch they are now. But yeah, as soon as I get some savings money saved up for it, I can actually upgrade my parts, particularly my CPU. I have a tri-core, which isn't the greatest. It's definitely capable of running things, but it's not super great. And I only have 8 gigs of RAM as well, so obviously it'd be cool to get more RAM, another 8 gig stick. But anyway, and other things. My video card probably doesn't need upgrading. It's Sapphire 6870. It's pretty good. It's no GTX 980 or whatever the heck they call them nowadays. But yeah, at some point I'll probably upgrade that. Of course, I want to play everything in the smoothest and the best, and just be a completely PC master race about it. But starting off, we'll be upgrading my CPU and probably my motherboard, and power supply, most likely as well. Just make sure I can handle. I don't want to explode my computer with lack of power. But anyway, that's not really relevant to this. Oh, that guy's got a very epic voice. So we're here, assisting the Iron Legion, which we're not part of. Oh, and look at these snowy mountains. It's quite beautiful. Eliminate the dredge and their machinery. Okay. Revive fallen allies. Well, this looks like a fallen ally right here. Chipping, what? You guys singing a song? Chipping the rock away, chipping all night and day. That sounded like an old man. It sounded like Tolfdir from Skyrim. I think it might have been Tolfdir from Skyrim, the voice actor. He's done a few voices in Guild Wars. There's a few other characters that I know are him. But this guy sounded like him. Not that he's a guy, it's a bit of like a mole man, the dredge, mole people. Guild Wars 2, and I guess just the Guild Wars universe in general, has just an insane amount of side races, like the non-playable, not your main pickable races, but just things. There's like Quaggin and the crate. I think that's what they're called. The Nagas, basically, if you're a D&D player. And then the dredge and you know, literally billions of things. Not billions. Probably like 10, I guess. Roundabouts. Probably some I haven't even met yet. And of course, there probably will be a few more with the expansion that's coming up. I don't. Supposedly you can beta play, access the beta of that, but I don't know how. I'm probably not too interested. Probably more for max level people than it is for Mr. Kitikatsi, level 18. Shooting this cannon, doing some mad dodging. Just use all my skills. Don't even know what they all do, really. I barely picked up the gun last episode, and that was a while ago. Of course we used it a bit at the start, didn't we? Oh my god, what is that? It's a big old guard tower. Let's kill this guy first. He's probably shooting at us. Oh, look at the damages. Just absolutely insane. Oh, I've been playing a lot of League of Legends ranked lately. Not that has anything to do with anything, but it's a conversation starter, I guess. I'm climbing the ladder, so that's nice. I knew I could do it. It's a bit of a challenge though. On my Gold 2 account, yeah, which I've been in the promotion series, the Gold 1, like 4 times. Keep losing it. Not too stressed about it. It'll happen when it happens. I remember I was in Gold. Sorry, real was an epic proportion, yawn. I was in Gold 2 and 1 for like the longest time in Season 4, and at the very end of the season I just like unlocked some secret and got to Plat 4, which is much higher than Gold 1 and 2, but I mean, it's a step above. So I imagine that's what's going to happen this year. I'll be in top of Gold for a while, and then something will click towards me at the end of the season. Hopefully I'll go higher than Plat 4 this time though. So it'd be nice if I could get Plat before the end of the season, and then I could maybe get closer to Diamond than ever before. Make progress, you know. If I don't get better at the game every year, then what's the point of even playing it? I don't really have fun playing it. It's too competitive to have fun playing it, you know. I'm not a competitive person, I'm not gonna lie. I'm really not. I'm very content to not have fame and glory and all that. But I mean, it's nice to rank up. It's a personal challenge for me, I guess. Like, yeah, I'm good enough. My dreams of because everybody that plays League of Legends has dreams to be a pro player, right? Well, I mean, those came and went probably like the first year playing it. Really, even now that I'm like miles better than I was ever back then, I'm a realist about it, and that I'm past my prime, obviously. Age-wise, I need to be moving on with my life. So even if I, you know, had done it then at this point, you know, if I had been magically really good at the game back when I first started, and was able to get, you know, challenger and on a pro team or even a challenger team or anything, then that was 4 years ago. That by now I would be moving on with my life. So there's really no point in pursuing it at this point. Even if I got there, it'd be nice to get challenger or masters tier at least, or even diamond. I mean, anything really, as long as I'm moving up, you know. I'd hate to like suddenly find myself in silver and stuck there. I mean, that would probably kill all my motivation to play. Not that, you know, offense to silvers, but I mean, it's just not where I would like to be. If I'm playing it, I want to be constantly getting better, and that's pretty much the extent of my competitive nature. It's not like I need to show off my ladder rankings to all my friends or anything. It's a personal challenge. Man, this heart's just a bit of a bore, isn't it? Some person was playing a Quaggan and just like completing all the maps without like doing combat. But apparently they couldn't do 100% completion because Quaggans can't jump. Saw that on the subreddit. I thought it was pretty cool though. And I know there was a streamer who was playing as a cat. Like they were role playing as a magic cat. Not sure how far that went or got, but that was pretty cool. I'm not sure how that works. Apparently there's like potions that can transform you. Permanently, I suppose. I don't know where to get said potions, otherwise I would be playing as a giraffe right now. I don't think there's an option to play as a giraffe, but if there was, I would be the giraffe. If you can't tell by how baritone, I guess. My throat is, I just woke up. No, I didn't. I've been working all night. But I took a little nap when I got home, and, I just woke up from that. But it wasn't long enough to justify, or call it sleep, so much as a snooze, a snizzle, a kip, as the British would call it. British have the weirdest words for things. Faffing about and a kerfuffle, I believe, is a British word. And of course, having a kip, having a nap. Just never ever would say that in normal conversation, but there you go. And this thing is really weird. It looks like a teapot. I'm being shot at with a teapot. And we did it. Completed the heart. Amazing. I was trying this weird flavor of Doritos last night while I was at work. They're apparently hot wing flavored Doritos. They tasted too much like hot wings. It was freaking me out. I couldn't take it. I had to stop yawning. I had to stop eating them because it was just too much. My brain could not comprehend that I was tasting hot wings, and yet it was a Doritos. And also, they were quite spicy as far as hot wings go. That would have been like a really hot wing. So they were pretty good. I'd probably eat them again, but about half the bag was enough for me. I didn't get a big bag. I just got an image of myself sitting there with like the 30 billion ounce bag. You know, like the family size, the party pack, whatever it is. And me just sitting there eating half of that. No, I got the regular serving size bag, you know. Which, as far as American sizes go, is pretty small. As far as the rest of the world sizes go, is probably a 2 serving bag. But I ate half of it, so there you go. Rest of the world, I'm a European today. I ate 1 serving of chips. And actually, it was last night. I couldn't really enjoy them. I had a bit of a rough night. I can't talk about too much of it because NDAs and all that, and the line of work, it's medical stuff. So, but I'll just say that it was a rough night. It wasn't very relaxing. It wasn't chill at all. And yeah, so a bit of an off-putter for the rest of my day. I'm hoping my day improves. But yeah, I mean, I haven't really done much recording since GTA came out. I've been playing that. I would record it if I was sure my computer could handle it. I'd probably get 20 FPS as it is not recording, so with recording it'd be literally god-awful. I'd probably get more than FPS than that. Driving through the city in the middle of the day, probably get 20 FPS. But most of the time I'm probably 30, 40 FPS, which isn't, like, amazing, but it's certainly playable. I'm no stickler for amazing graphics. I'm lucky the game runs on my computer, to be honest, because Far Cry 4 doesn't run on my computer due to not having a quad core. So I was quite pleased to find that that it ran. What's going on here? I'm stuck inside of this. Help! What's going on? Alright, I'm out. It was a bit aggravating, really. Just out of nowhere, I'm stuck inside this wall segment. Terrible. Not something you want to suddenly find yourself in. What am I? Is this an event? Am I doing an event? Oh, okay, yeah. It's just a really long one. Just been killing Dredge since I was born, basically. I saw the latest Jurassic World trailer. Is it Jurassic World? Anyway, the newest movie about dinosaurs in a park. That trailer kind of put me off of it. The first trailer I was like, oh, that's cool. A bit campy, but cool. I mean, the second trailer just really put me off of it. Like, I don't know. They basically gave away the entire plot of the movie. I mean, it's not like it's a complicated plot, but they could have left things out. But no, they went into like you know, they could have left out which dinosaur it was that escaped, and maybe like left it up for whatever. But now we know, like, oh, it's the mutated T-Rex thingy. It's escaped. Ooh, the raptors obey me. Ugh, like, they literally gave away everything. Like, it's kind of depressing, really. And then also, it just, you know, being such a campy plot, and having revealed everything in that trailer, I just really lost my keenness towards watching that. Luckily, the second Star Wars trailer, oh my god, that just awoke more in me than ever before. I cannot wait to go see Star Wars. I'm hoping it's as good as the trailers make it seem. I mean, the trailers are really well done. They really are. I'm so hyped for Star Wars, but not so much Jurassic World. Mad Max Fury Road or whatever. That's pretty hypey. I mean, don't expect much storyline from that, but I mean, as always, it's a venerable series, and it looks like it'll do it justice. With exploding stuff and all that. Basically, the perfect movie for, you know, a bowl of popcorn. What else is going on? In the world. Oh, the volcano in Chile. That's frightening, really. Because apparently there's a lot of ash in the sky, which is never good for Earth in general, but the people around there are probably going to have a hard time coming up. I feel really bad for them, because Chile is just that place that, when you think of South America, and you think of Chile, you think of, you know, really nice scenery, and a somewhat pleasant atmosphere. Like, as far as South American dangers go, like drug cartels and civil wars and all that, I mean, Chile's a pretty chill place, and with the nice scenery and all that. But now they have a volcano going off, and they might have to evacuate a few places. It's kind of sad, really. Oh, this is a skill challenge. I'm hoping it's to place power, or actually, I hope it's a challenge. It is a challenge. It's Shaman Perda with a big old saber tooth on her face. Well, for a second there, I thought that was her talking, but it was me talking. Well, then again, I mean, as she has since turned into a cat, it seems like that would be her, the way her voice sounded. Look, it's cat versus cat here. Kitty versus kitty. I inadvertently dodged that. I must be so professional. I didn't dodge it that time. I guess I could throw a mine at her. Oh, she's done transforming. Oh, she's gonna do it again. She doesn't like being human, I guess. Can I interrupt her weirdness? Yeah, I'm really slow. I've been slowed. There we go. And she's a bit of a challenge, isn't she? Why am I so slow? Wow. Okay. But yeah, I mean, I'd hate to live in a volcano area. I don't think there's any volcanoes where I live. I live in the desert in the middle of the continent, so I really doubt there's volcanoes. I'm not even, I mean, honestly, I live in, like, freaking paradise. I mean, it's a desert, but, I mean, with modern living and all that, it's not like that's a hardship outside of me just hating the heat. And I love green scenery, which there isn't really much to get around here, but that's all aside. I mean, as far as natural disasters go, I'm living in basically a bunker. Like, there's no tornadoes here, there's no volcanoes, there's really not even flooding, which is a bit of a problem in the desert. And in the past there have been floods, but recently the rainfall's been relatively steady and not too extreme, so there's no flooding. And also, the infrastructure around here is you know, designed to deal with that. And it's a much more manageable natural disaster than tornadoes and volcanoes and stuff, because you kind of have control over where the water goes if you design your irrigation and your what's the word for it? Starts with a D. Maybe ditches, something like that, around it. Whoa. There's a big hole. Okay. And even the wildlife's not too extreme. There's no really dangerous insects. We have black widows, but I mean, who doesn't in the USA? I mean, everybody has black widows. A few mountain lions, but those are mostly nice to humans. They don't. More scared of us than we are of them, really. The coyotes are harmless. There's no wolves. Nope, no wolves around here. Probably used to be, and then probably farmers and ranchers killed them all off 100 years ago or something. What are we doing here? It's a quarry? Okay, repair drilling machines. And detonate rock piles, slay dredge, and collapse dredge holes. Well, no wonder the dredge are out to get us. We're drilling into their homeland. It's a small dredge hole. It's, excuse me? We have to find a boulder? Okay, so we pick up a boulder. So we're looking for a small boulder, I imagine. There's a drilling machine we could go repair, I guess. Probably easier than trying to find a boulder, and then... ah! There's a boulder. Come here, small dredge hole. Huh. Brilliant. And one for that other hole over there. But yeah, I love where I live. I mean, outside of the fact it's just not my ideal scenery and all that, it's... No, I want to interact with the rock pile. Whoa. What did that do? It just exploded and revealed more dredge holes. Should have left it alone.
Over here.
No, I'm not gonna talk to you. I guess I could, really. It's an event, most likely.
No one steals from us.
What if they want to live? That's right. Char hype. Char represent. We are Char. I'm the only person here. Oh, that reminds me of the GTA Online. Really, seemingly poorly optimized online. Me and my friend were trying to play together, and so the loading screens kind of take a while. I have it on my SSD, so they're not as insane as they were when I had it on my HDD at the start. But it's even still with the SSD, it's pretty insane loading times and stuff. Couple that with the fact that, for whatever reason, it doesn't seem to correctly put you and your friends in the same rooms like it's supposed to do. And then also, when you finally get in a room together and then you start a mission or something, when that mission's over, it will put us in separate rooms. So, what's the point of this? It's really aggravating to have to reload. And then also, you know, just 90% of the time when you're trying to reconnect, it will like time out or stop working halfway through. And we kind of figure maybe it's my friend's internet, because it's he's not got the greatest internet, but at the same time, when it does, you know, actually load him in, it still puts us in separate rooms after a mission. So it's just really annoying. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that. I could handle the load screens by themselves, you know, if I just didn't have to deal with them multiple times after every mission. It's an absolute pain. And then we're trying to do heists together, and we have to be in the same sort of server instance to start the heist, and just so we can join the lobby. But then after the heist, it separates us, and heists are 4-part thingies, and it's just a real pain. Like, we've done half a heist, and it took us like 3 hours just because of load screens and having to reload multiple times because it keeps separating us. I don't know, it's a bit aggravating. We kind of got put off of it. I mean, it's a really fun game, it really is, but there's certain things that just drive me bonkers about it. And I could handle the load screens if I just didn't have to do them over and over and over and over again for no apparent reason other than the fact that maybe the server coding sucks and that it just doesn't put your friends together. It says it does. Like, we read one of the loading screens had a thingy where it said, you know, described how it should put your friends together. Well, it doesn't most of the time. It's really annoying. I don't know. Maybe it is just my friend's internet. Yeah. Bit aggravating that. But otherwise, really enjoying the game. I haven't finished single player yet. I have a feeling it's like a really long freaking single player. A mole whacker. Got myself a mole whacker. I'm gonna go whack some moles with it. No, it doesn't seem to be the most ideal. You get like 1 attack per minute. Whoa. Whoa, he just disappeared. What?
I guess this means we're on extended break.
I guess this means the dredge are vanishing act wizards. Oh, this is... Man, I thought that last part was really boring, but this one takes the cake. What am I even doing? Looking for boulders. Looking for dredge holes now. Ugh. I love a nice, slow, peaceful heart. Where it just feels like hard labor, you know? It's really immersive. Because in reality, it wouldn't be constant fighting and all that. There would be a lot of just working in the fields, doing stuff. Boom! And now I've got hiccups. Oh my god. Unlike most people though, I seem to be able to control my hiccups really well. Like, I don't know, I've never had hiccups for longer than 10 seconds. I get them, and I kind of struggle with it for the first couple seconds as it dawns on me, oh my god, I have hiccups, and then I control it. I don't know. There's multiple ways to do it. I used to be like, I don't know, there's the whole theory of drinking water upside down, all these things. Me, I don't know, it's like a muscle clench that in your throat that you kind of do. And also a little bit in your chest, I guess. And then like breathe in a certain way and hold it, and then clench those muscles and then breathe out. I don't know, it works for me like every time, without fail. I mean, it takes a little bit of concentration, so at first, you know, when the hiccups catch me off guard, it's like like unable to do it, but then finally I'll control it. And it's gone like that. Like I just literally got rid of them after I said, oh, I got hiccups. And then I started on this spiel, because they were gone. And my sister, she gets hiccups, and she just for like the longest time. I love my hiccup impersonation. Forever, like she's non-stop hiccuping. I don't know, should I have come down here? I might have been a bit better off up there. Oh no. Nope. Look at these lazy miners. Probably could have talked to these guys for heart completion, but it doesn't matter. We finished. Look at this guy sneaking around. I'm not even gonna fight him. I'm done with this heart. I'm out of here. Look at this dredge tank thingy. Personnel carrier. Are you serious? I'm not. I don't want to fight. I want to leave. I'm done with this. Oh, and also there was that person I could have talked to for an event that I don't think I ever did. Oh well. Anyway. We're trying to find our way up that hill. Up the hill.
The dredge have our tools.
Oh, there's a new Owl City album coming out this year. It's quite awesome. It's been long enough, I think. I've always been a huge Owl City fan, even when he was pretty unpopular. His popularity had like a sine wave sort of graph going to it, because so he was pretty much unknown for like his first few years, and then he did Fireflies, and Fireflies got, I guess, noticed, the chart topper, and it's on the radio like all the time, so that kind of broke him into the scene. But then like that was all he really did for a while, and like so that got overplayed, of course, as it tends to do. But then there was no new content from him for a while, and that kind of killed his popularity. And then of course by the time he had new content, it was just people that were already fans of him. He wasn't mainstream. He's definitely not mainstream now. Not that I'm like being all hipster, like I liked Owl City before he was cool, and even especially now that he's not cool. Like I really wish he was more well liked. Like the amount of people that don't even bother telling that I like Owl City 2, just because I know they're gonna be like, ew. Like there's a stigma about him, like just because of one song that got popular, and it's actually a really good song. Like Fireflies, I dig it, I love it. That's the song that got me into Owl City. Like I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't know Owl City if that song didn't play in Taco Bell that one day. But you know, I searched him up after that because I loved the way that sounded, and I found the rest of his stuff, and it's all good, except for that one album, which, you know, a diehard fan would be like, you know, it's what he was feeling at the time. But I really feel like he was forced into making that album because it just doesn't feel like him. But I mean, it's got its merits as far as electronic pop goes. It's your run-of-the-mill electronic pop music. But it's just not it's not Owl City. Like I can't put Owl City's music into a genre because it's all so different. Like every single project he's ever done is so different, so varied, so different. Like Sky Sailing is the farthest thing from electronic pop, like let's take All Things Bright and Beautiful, for instance, is most definitely electronic pop with a little bit of, I don't know, rocky vibes to it, you know, certain songs, but the rest of them are, and that's probably like his best album to date, as far as I care. Like, I love that album so much. It's got the fullest sound, the crispest sound, and very meaningful lyrics to me. But of course, all of his albums I can appreciate in there for what they are. Midsummer Station being my least favorite for the reasons I mentioned, being it feels just forced and not so natural, not so Owl City. But I mean, it could have been just a phase he was going through, because again, all of his music is so different. He's got a new album coming out this year, and last year he had an EP come out, Ultraviolet, and actually I love every single one of those songs more than anything else, with a few exceptions of songs that are on All Things Bright and Beautiful. I love the Ultraviolet EP. It speaks to me in a lot of ways, and those songs sound amazing. And if his album that's coming out this year sounds anything like those songs, and he recently got a new studio, that helps with his quality. I mean, his quality, I feel like Owl City and Young in general has just the best ear for mixing sounds together. Like, I don't know, he's really good. I love him. I fanboy him to death. I will never not like Owl City, and I really don't care if they're so unpopular or whatever. I mean, he's gaining popularity, I guess. Again, he's done a few Disney movies, and he's working with Disney right now for something. But yeah, he's got a new album coming out this year. I'm pretty hyped for it. Sometime summer 2015. He released a song just for his fans to announce that. It was pretty cool. This guy's actually owning me. The heck. Oh, I'm gonna let him limp away. Huh. And we'll probably call the episode there. Bit of a rambling one. We didn't really cover anything in particular, but we're in this new zone, so it's all cool from here. I didn't hate, but I was getting bored of that place. If I could find a great place to end this episode that wouldn't involve me almost dying, that'd be great. This looks nice. Alright, we're gonna end the episode here. So I'll see you guys next time on Guild Wars.